Are we on now? Oh, we're on. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. That is me again, Lord Ebo Reese Hards, and you're watching IZ Corp Exchange Television. And we have we were doing a report for Boss Shoeshine Management, which is a member of the IZ Corp Exchange in good standings, and we were doing a capital raising funding with them, and they let us sit in the in the passenger seat, if you will, while they closed a couple deals. And like again, we just left lunch with a rep, not of Boss Shoeshine Management, but of the similar work. And what they were doing was they buy companies and they sell them. So he's trying to get a company off for $35 million. And we had our research team involved in it, and all the notes and all the details and all the things that we got from the deals, from the investments, courting the investors, even the institutional buyers. We did interviews, and we were able to package the information and interviews. And Boss Shoeshine Management asked us to do a video, and to do not so much an excerpt, but to just to show details of how they do business and what kind of research that we do. And it helps our firm as well as their firm get the exposure and what they're doing. So one thing they were doing, they were interviewing grocers, and one lady, I think her name is Marilee, and I think she worked for Publix. And at the time, she was doing a report. It was a quick discussion, as we put it, and it says internet is quicker and more effective than using the regular mail system. And this is from 2011, so this is how long this deal has been going on. And it says small businesses no longer have to wait. They can share information through email. Its associates can view all sorts of information about their businesses. I'm employed at Publix supermarkets, and we have over 1,000 stores. Publix uses the internet to share information with all its stores. We can view such things as company mission statement to available jobs within the company, including corporate. When there's a recall on a certain product or severity email, an email is sent out to all the stores. So that's the power of how far we've come with doing deals and things just with the internet. People can come in and they can use the internet to you have over 1,000 stores, and you can use the email to contact 1,000 stores. And remember, this is like 9 years ago. So and this is not her again, but then we were doing variations and in the economy, and it was saying right after 2008, the middle class currently is in the form of benefits to a multi-year high. I think this is the dollar, the multi-year high of the dollar, the U.S. dollar. The company, if upon it, will hold 100, and the middle class economy will be poised to decline for more than 2% of the exposure, being posed to a decline more than 2% of the GDP growth. This is truly devastating to tens of millions of people who have brunted the beginning of this depression. This will result in more job loss for the middle class in the USA. So what is the issue? Why is there an issue? Simply because it's much harder to save money, and without core savings coupled with solid investment plan, then the middle class economy will fall back, and the U.S. will wipe out middle class in society, and the country will only have a class of poor people and super wealthy individuals. And then there's one more here that I wanted to look at, and it says in the free market economy, we live and participate in with these large companies legally that legally have done nothing wrong. This is more as we you're getting financiers, so you're looking at debt structure, and you want to get, and the institutions had stopped lending, but then they became too, we understood, the quote, too big to fail syndrome, and then they started lending again. And there is no case to argue due to the fact that no laws have been broken. As we all know, people are free to choose the services and the products that they consume. Personal responsibility ending and corporate responsibility beginning is a moot point. Corporations have broken no laws and people are free. They consume. As far as the role of government should play, which was the question, what should government play? We could go on forever with reasons for government roles in fast food, soft drinks, producer liquor markets, cigarette companies, and the press. Wow, just to name a few. However, one thing I strongly believe, one thing that is firmly believed, is government should intervene with stiffer laws against drunk drivers, which would be on the side of personal responsibility. It seems like every time a drunk driver kills someone or hurts someone, from drunk driving, nothing happens to the drunk driver as far as bodily harm. So, you're talking about corporate responsibility, and that is a pretty good analogy. Oh, here's another one. Social, and then he went on to social responsibility. On balance, we strongly believe that there are no drawbacks on free trade, because some of the investors were from South America, and you had to really make them comfortable. In less developed countries, free trade laws and agreements, as well as organizations such as the World Bank, without a doubt, hold them to become less poverty, families to become less poverty stricken. By reducing trade barriers, these lesser developed countries can grow and pair governments and compete in free capitalist markets. The more developed countries benefit from being able to support less fortunate companies, and also by selling their products in lesser developed countries' markets. We believe that the more developed countries gain allies by helping and supporting lesser developed countries in the free trade movements. And that was before the technology was kicking in. So these are like, just to give you an idea of how patient and how strong this the boss Hejspan management is, which is a member of ISE Corp Exchange, and the thorough investigations and research they use, and the time well spent with their clients to explain, well, not just my products and what I want to do to you or for you, but what's going on between the two cultures, or how you can benefit more by not just getting in bed and saying, well, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do, by getting in and saying, this is what's happening. And in the future, when we do this deal, this is how you're going to benefit. So it's more like, boss Hejspan management is advertising on ISE Corp Exchange television, which is, this is priceless stuff, because a lot of these interviews and a lot of these, when clients come in, or when we went to the institutions, I personally was there. We went down to, we even sat down with Axion, and the boss Hejspan was raising money, was involved in raising money on to start a big tree cutting firm, and they needed bucket trucks, and they were going in to get like $800,000 just for that one, just to help that individual company, which was going to give like 40 or 50 jobs. And they were already in business, and we had to sit down with the others, with the investors from outside, and that company was going to broker the deal. And it's just to show you the patience. So I strongly, ISE Corp Exchange houses boss Hejspan management, which is also a member in good standings, and that is a good company to get in with, just even if you're not looking for stuff, just to talk with, because they know people and they do extensive research when they're courting their angel investors and their accredited investors. And the way they do it is a little different from it's not like knock on wood. It's a little different from where they really take their time, because like I said, these deals just closed, and they have a lot of deals. They do a lot of buying and selling. They do a lot of investing. They make good money, but the Boss Shoe Shine management really is thorough as far as a hedge fund, and they have good management. They have good sales teams. They follow what I would have to even say. I'm not advertising for them, but the family office database with the Richard Wilson Group. I mean, those guys are excellent, and a lot of companies that get on the exchange, especially from the finance and the capital raising and the investments, they all follow the Richard Wilson. So, they're down here in Key Biscayne, so you can always get with them. We have all their books on the shelf. Let me see if I have one here. I'm in one of my little offices here, because our main office is getting reconstructed. So I come back here and hide out a lot. And Boss Sushai Management has been after me for this for a while, to give them some exposure, more exposure on the exchange. And we thought it would be more complicated, and we finally were able to put something together. And we have a long file. I mean, this file is like 30 pages long of research and interview and numbers, and it's very, very interesting. So, I mean, anytime you want to learn something, we can go out to dinner. You can come to my office, and I can get a couple of my staffs, and we can sit right here on my pegboard, and I can just show you some angles that you wouldn't think of. You know what I'm saying? As far as capital raising goes, and the conversations and the tone and the demeanor that you have with your investors and your third-party administrators to get comfortable enough to go for the juggler, to get the deal done so everybody's happy. My name's Lord Ibo Richie Hards, and you're watching IZ Corp Exchange Television. And actually, you're doing a Hejspan division, Hejspan, which is a division of IZ Corp that really functions around the hedge funds on the exchange. And this is Boss Shoe Science Management, research, and again, my name's Lord Ibo Risi Hards, and it's just fun to be working again with Boss Shoe Science Management. There's a lot more to come on these reports, so stay tuned. Thank you, and have a great day.